Wonder if I'm under illusion. Maybe they don't understand. Maybe they don't understand. I wonder if I'm under illusion. Maybe they don't understand. Maybe they don't understand.
Growing up, I was told what to do and when to do it. I was constantly receiving information on what others wanted from me. Eventually, that led to me only doing things based on what others thought. I was completely unhappy because I never felt like I was making anyone around me happy. Not to mention, I was never doing anything that felt natural to me. For example, instead of doing something artistic, I was running around in football pads playing a sport that felt like war to me my whole life. Instead of singing the songs I would write, I was silent. Instead of dreaming, I was slaving to the chains of loved ones, peers, society, and false realities that I had to follow a path that others wanted me to be on, as if I didn't have my own path that only I could see. Through a long, painful journey, I awoken from the false life. I died to live and became the blue moon of Neptune. I'm Jason Alexander, here to help you navigate through the illusions of life. I'm part of a collective of individuals that's on a journey to live their best life as true self. We use our third eye to see past the illusions, unlocking the secrets of the universe. We are the blue moon of Neptune.
Wonder if I'm under illusion. Maybe they don't understand. Maybe they don't understand. I wonder if I'm under illusion. Maybe they don't understand. Maybe they don't understand.
Alright, what's up guys? So basically, I want to make a really quick video on how to make sure you're in the right relationship after your awakening. So basically I made a test, right, on, if a person can handle your spiritual awakening, right? Because, not all people are going to be as, awake as you. Not all people are going to be as aware as you or living a spiritual lifestyle. And that's totally fine. But, if you're one of those people who are living that way, it's going to be very hard for you to be in a intimate relationship with someone who, isn't aware or doesn't believe in that kind of thing. And obviously that could be very difficult if you're, always looking at the stars, staring at the moon. They might be like, what the hell? You know what I mean? And, it's important to be with someone who believes in your awakening. They don't actually have to understand it. They just have to believe that it's happening to you, right? They have to believe in your power. They have to believe in your spirituality. Or else it just, it just would not, it's not going to work. It's not going to be a relationship of harmony, right? So, that being said, it's okay if they don't believe it, but, or understand it, but they have to believe it, right? So I kind of made a test, right? So, and I think this is something that a lot of people should practice, think about it, when we go online or when we do something artistic, or when we make these online profiles, half the time, we're not even making it with our actual names, right? With our actual names our parents gave us, right? We're using a name that we made up, right? And I find that very interesting because I feel like, when you're born, you need someone else to give you a name, but I think after you become spiritually aware, I think at that point you need to make your own name for your spirit self, right? Your true self. And that's what I did when, I started calling myself the Blue Moon of Neptune. So, whenever I do meet someone, like a date or something, I let them know there's many sides to me, and, if I think it's going to go somewhere, I'm going to, reveal other sides of me, and we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But yeah, one of the things I tell them is, Jason Alexander is just my, human name, my human vessel name, my my grounded earthly name to take care of earthly things, right? I think Jason Alexander is very necessary for my life, because, you know, if I'm caught in the astro all the time, it's going to be kind of hard to manifest things in the physical, right? So I do think there needs to be some type of balance between, you know, your physical self and your astro, your spiritual self, right? But again, if you're going to be in a relationship with someone, they have to understand that part of you, right? So here's my test. I'll make it short and sweet, right? Basically, I tell them, like, yeah, I'm not Jason Alexander. I'm the blue moon of Neptune. And, you know, as long as you can understand that and you're okay with calling me the blue moon of Neptune from time to time, you're okay with me referring to myself as a blue moon of Neptune, and you accept that that is actually me, you know, then we're good. We can move forward, you know. But sometimes when you're telling someone, hey, you know, I'm a Pisces, I'm psychic, and I'm immortal, and I've lived multiple lives, you know, someone might be like, you know, what the freak is he talking about, right? So instead of me trying to explain all that all the time, I just say, hey, listen, you know, as long as you know that, you know, I'm a spiritual being having a human experience, and my true self is the blue moon Neptune, and you're okay with calling me that, and you're okay with accepting that part of me, we can move forward. So sometimes you're going to be like, sometimes you're going to get people that be like, what the fuck did he just say? Like, are you kidding me? Like, you're fucking weird. And that's totally fine. They're entitled to their opinion, but that means we can't move forward in this relationship simply because, you know, you're going to throw your negative energy bubbles of, you know, what the hell, this guy's a weirdo, or, you know, all that stuff into my energy fields, and you're going to take away from my power. You're diluting my energy field, right? But then, you know, and you got to be careful, because some people will be like, oh, okay, that's fine, you know, but like, you know, you got to be aware if they really believe it or not, right? Because it is about the belief. It's about the energy they're throwing at you, right? So sometimes you'll get people who, you know, they like certain parts of you, and they're willing to, you know, pretend like that doesn't exist, but act like they're cool with it. But that's also something that is going to stunt your growth if you guys actually you know, move forward in a relationship. You can't have that either. You know, you need someone who reacts to that in a way that's going to be like, huh, that's interesting. Yeah, tell me more. Or yeah, I mean, if that's what you want to be called, I can call you Blue Moon Neptune. Yeah, I don't really understand that, but that's totally fine. You know, those are the type of people that may not be, you know, as awake, but they're okay to be with, because one day, you know, everyone's on their own path, you know, as long as they're open to it and they're not taken away from your power or what you're about, then maybe one day they might grow to be, you know, enlightened, and it's your responsibility to, you know, let them go about that, but it's also their responsibility to accept that side of you and believe that side of you, right? So that's the test, guys. So if you want to remix it, or try it out, please let me know how it goes. I think that everyone should practice, you know, making a name for their true self, their spiritual self, and start calling yourself that, and that's going to help you ground your power, right? So the last thing I want to leave you with is a little quote that I made up, and it just goes like this, right? One doesn't have to understand my awakening, just believe it's happening. Until next time, guys, like, subscribe, comment, and all that good stuff.